Please remember that all the opinions in the show are those of the host and should only be taken as food for thought. We're in no way telling you to do anything. Everything is kept anonymous for the safety of the listeners and no information is shared to anyone else. If you are easily offended by people's opinions or views, then thank you for making it this far, but this is not the podcast for you, so see you later. And please enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you, gentlemen. You have really cheered me up over this weekend. I was hospitalised Thursday evening after an incident at work, and I've been stuck here ever since. I was losing my mind with boredom, and I was recommended your podcast by a friend of mine, and it's really helped me get through this shit time.
Good friend.
I wish people would let us know if the friend had like emailed in or like if we know who they are.
Yeah, regular.
Because a couple people have been like, I was recommended, and I'm like, oh, who did it?
Yeah, it would be nice to know.
Not for like to read out, just for curiosity reasons.
Yeah.
You both seem like two halves of my personality. I'm glad you don't agree on everything, otherwise it'd be a boring listen. Yeah, it would be.
Some people love our bickering.
Yeah, I'm glad they do. Saying that, well, as I remember, sorry about this email. I wanted to bring up Naked Lunch again.
Why?
Because
why
I was talking.
Talk about that fucking terrible film again.
Because I was talking to Toby, my brother, and I was like, "Oh, have you been listening to the movie ones?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Have you watched any of the films?" He goes, "Oh, I watched Naked Lunch." And I was like, "What do you think of it?" And he was like, "Oh, it was really good." And I was like, "Thank you." I was like, "I'm gonna fucking bring that up to Jamie."
Yeah, but he's
a
your brother.
prick.
That's why.
Doesn't mean anything. He's really picky because he's got fucking, you know what I mean? And he was saying to me that once he watched the film, he looked it up, and he said that the film isn't about the book; it's about the person who wrote the book.
Right.
Because the person who wrote it was a massive heroin addict when he was writing Naked Lunch, and the stuff in the film actually happened to the writer. Like he went to South Africa to get away from the police.
I get all that, but it's still awful, Dan.
It's not.
The film
awful.
is awful.
It's not awful.
It is.
You just see a bit you don't like, Jamie, and you just shut down. That's what it is. That's what happens.
When the lack of acting around when he shot his wife, it was just so bad from the beginning. No. There's lots of stuff that I can accept and holes in storylines that I can accept, but that film was just the only thing that made up for how bad the film was the prosthetics of like for the time how cool them like aliens and shit were that were in it.
Nah, I appreciated that film, and I appreciate it more now that it was about the person who wrote it because it makes more sense now. So all the bits of like
that side of it makes sense, but still
him like writing all the stuff is him writing the book, which I didn't think that was. But yeah, so I'm glad my brother's on my side. So fuck you, Jamie.
As well, loads of people are on my side about it, so I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah, all right then. I'll stick with my family, my fam. But I'm writing to you to get your opinion on this. My girl is going away to Ibiza in a few months' time with her friends, and I have always trusted her, but some of her friends she goes with are, to keep it frank, hussies. I love that word. I'm worried that my girl will be surrounded by Ryan of Leeds of this world and will give in to temptation. Do you have any advice on how not to be a crazy person over this and get over my worries? Many thanks again. Please let me know if... Oh, yeah. Sorry. Makes me laugh because this email, I think, was like the beginning of my holiday.
So she could be on holiday now.
No, it's a couple months. But I'm just saying, like, sometimes I read an email and I feel like we've already done it in a show.
Yeah.
Because it had been so long ago. I don't know why, when you get into a relationship, why people go to Ibiza.
It's just a party town.
Ibiza is just a sex spot. It's not a party town. It's a sex spot, Jamie.
I'm going to Ibiza next year with Charlotte.
Yeah, because you're a swingers.
What?
You banging everyone. Why would you need to go there? Like, I could not see you and Charlotte in like a rave at like 2:00 in the morning.
Well, that's going to be happening in Luton at the end of May as well, the big weekend.
Well, the big what?
The big weekend, Radio 1 big weekends in Luton.
Oh
Sort of
god,
got the
Radio
plan up.
1's terrible.
Yeah, but it's a festival.
Yeah, I don't do festivals.
No, you're wrong completely. Ibiza is a holiday destination. If she was going to Magaluf, other known as Shagaloof, then I'd be a bit more concerned. I think Ibiza, the main concern for me would be, yeah, if her mates are untrustworthy, then it would take a lot of trust to let her go. But if she could meet someone in the fucking supermarket tomorrow and cheat on you, like you've got to trust your girl at the end of the day and just let her go and do it. If you found out she was sitting, because you can book tables up in Ibiza, if you found that she's sitting at a guy's table because she wants the free booze and stuff like that, that's going to lead to something. Then you have reason to be concerned. But if she's minding her own business in clubs and stuff, I wouldn't be too worried about it.
I just wouldn't go. I have no interest in going to Ibiza.
Ibiza is just a normal holiday.
Full of STDs.
I think you only think I think you have got like an idea of Ibiza from reality shows and films. Like, I think that you don't
Kevin and
actually
Perry
know
go large.
Yeah, exactly. That's a misconception, total misconception.
It's not a misconception. Like,
Yes, it
loads of
is.
people go to Ibiza to get banged.
Everyone, yeah, but you could go to Tenerife to get banged. It doesn't matter where you go.
Yeah, but I'd go to Tenerife and then happen to get banged. Ibiza, I'd be like on the fucking plane going, "Where's the knickers flying off?"
Nah, it's not like
'Cause
that.
Ibiza.
It's not like Magaluf and stuff like that. It's not.
Be drugs and alcohol and sex on the beach. Yeah, no. Like, if you trust her already, then I wouldn't worry about it. Like, if her friends go off and do whatever they're gonna do, she's probably just gonna go back to the fucking hotel room.
I think if you act crazy, because I wouldn't. Like if I was in a relationship and I wasn't sure about her going or whatever. If
and
I
they were
act
going to
crazy,
Ibiza to have sex, Jamie. Yeah.
yeah. But Charlotte, at the beginning of my relationship, Charlotte went to Thailand, which is even worse
What do you
than
mean
Ibiza.
Thailand's? Well, I wouldn't say Thailand's worse.
Thailand's known
For
for
lady boys.
no, it's known for like the moon night parties and stuff like that. It's known for it.
Hmm.
Do you know what I
Says
mean?
you.
Yeah, but this is like you with Ibiza. It's fucking known for it. So it took a lot of trust for me to trust her to go there, and there was like nights where, because obviously time difference and that, I didn't get to chat to Charlotte or whatever. You just got to kind of deal with it and suck it up and just trust them. There's not much you can do about it. As I said, she could meet someone in Tesco's tomorrow. It could happen anywhere.
Yeah, while you're in the hospital. Yeah, I think if she's gonna cheat, she's gonna cheat anywhere.
Yeah,
I don't think the holiday's gonna matter, and I can't imagine. Like, if her friends are hussies here and she goes out with them and everything's fine, then what's the difference between them being hussies over there?
exactly.
You know what I mean? So,
If anything, it might put her off, guys, because she will see how much her friends are being played.
in Ibiza, where everyone has sex.
The delusion to the world sometimes. I just think, what the fuck is Dan going on?
I'm not even going to bother Googling to prove that I'm right. Yeah, so I wouldn't worry about it. Yeah, I agree with Jamie. If you act like a crazy person, then she's going to be like, she'd probably get like spiteful or something and be like, oh, well, if you don't trust me, then
anyway.
yeah, I might as well fucking do it. It's that thing about, would you rather slap a baby and no one know, or not slap a baby and everyone know?
Exactly.
I'd rather do it.
If no one knew, I'd do it. Slap the shit out of them.
Yeah, but yeah, just concentrate on getting better, man. Like, hospital fucking sucks, and hopefully you get out fairly soon.
Yeah, if she's a good girl, man, she'll be there for you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I don't think if you've had no reason to have an inkling that she was going to cheat on you now, then I wouldn't worry about it.
I love the fact that he tagged Ryan from Leeds. I feel sorry for any Ryans from Leeds that listen to the podcast at one point and just be like, hang on a minute, my name has just been dragged into the dirt.
For going to Ibiza and having sex.
Fucking brilliant.
You might as well get off the plane in Ibiza and they just hand you condoms and STI tests.
Dan, have you ever been on a lads' holiday? All lads'
No,
holidays like
why?
that. It don't matter where you
like
go.
in what universe would you imagine Dan on a lad's holiday?
Yeah, true. Very true. But all lads' holidays are like that. It don't matter where you go. Like when we went to Tenerife, it was like that. When we went to the guys went to Turkey, it was like that. It don't matter where the destination is. There's going to be a strip, and there's going to be people dancing in nightclubs.
In Ibiza.
My brother went to Morocco, and he did the exact same thing.
Which brother?
Aaron came back from
Oh,
Morocco. Yeah, a couple of weeks ago.
Huh. Fucking hell. I don't want to go to Ibiza.
I'm gonna see if we could get like the listeners to like pull some money together to make you go to Ibiza as like a TikTok journey.
Just get off the plane and get back on again. I'll just be walking around just being like, they're gonna have sex later. They're gonna have sex later. Oh, they're gonna have sex later.
I'm gonna tell Charlotte that you think that she's a swinger and that's why she's going to Ibiza.
I'd be on the plane leaning over and be like, you have sex later. You two are gonna get
Charlotte
on.
Was like, Dad is ridiculous. Dad is ridiculous. I was like, he just doesn't know about. I said he's guarantees based that off Kevin and Perry Go Large, and the first film you said, was Kevin and Perry Go Large.
Everyone knows if they want to have sex to go to Ibiza. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that.
You just go to the local Weatherspoons and find the local slag. That's what you do.
Oh man, that's a bit. At least if you go to Ibiza, they might be tighted up a bit. You know what I mean?
Mate. Have you seen that TikTok of that like absolute state walking into a kebab shop and she's like, will someone just have sex with me? And there's like 50 blokes there and then they're like, nah, we're not going to say nothing.
No, I haven't. Me and Sabina are watching what's the thing with the on board? What was it? Overboard?
Oh, Below Deck.
Below Deck, sorry, yeah. We were watching that and I think they've been on a previous season, but they come back and they brought this woman with them, and she was fucking paralytic. Like they went onto the beach, and the camera went to her, and she looked like someone that had been like comatose. She's like staring into the distance with like drool coming out of her mouth, and they're like, "I think we need to get her back to the boat," and she's like, "I'm fine." It's like and then they bring the doctor into the boat, fucking sailing from the island. And he goes to her, have you been drinking? And she goes, yeah. And he goes, how much have you had? And she goes, 2 weeks. That made me
pissed
laugh
out of her
head. Yeah. She wakes up. She's like, the doctor goes to her, like, oh, you have loads of fluids. And she passes back out. And then she wakes up at 2 o'clock in the morning looking for a mojito. I'm like, love.
I do remember that episode. I do remember that episode.
I can just see her in my head, like sitting in that chair on the beach, just dribbling, and the camera's just looking at her.
She wasn't one of the people that worked, was it? It was one of the guests.
Yeah.
Like
one of the
like off her head.
Fucking. And she, as soon as she got on the boat, when they were ready to leave, she started crying.
Yeah,
saying she wanted to go home. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Lucky they weren't in Ibiza. But yeah, hopefully you get better soon, and I wouldn't worry. Just let her enjoy a holiday, and you'll be a lot more relaxed if you just let it go.
Yeah.